Hey y'all, welcome to B's Intuition. I'm B and I'm back with another General Collective Energy message. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I do cuss and I do tell the truth, so if you don't like either one of the two, then you probably should move on. I've already prayed over the cards and the energy, so we're just going to hop in and get this message. Please remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe, especially to those of you that are viewing the channel but have not yet subscribed. You don't want to miss out on the messages that God has for you. Also, please remember to take what resonates only and leave the rest for whoever it's for. Every message will not be your message. So with that being said, y'all, let's hop in. Hope you guys are having a blessed day on today. For those of you that don't know, we do have a Patreon page. It is B's Intuition on Patreon. So you guys are more than welcome to join us. So I keep hearing information station. So somebody, could be being considered as like information station. So somebody, could be filled, with a lot of information, somebody, could just know a lot, somebody could read a lot of books. Somebody could watch a lot of movies, listen to a lot of music, like somebody, just could retain, like a lot of information. Or somebody is about to receive a lot of information. So, I don't know, y'all. Let's just hop in and see what's going on. Holy Spirit. The journey wasn't the smoothest or the most pleasant lately, but everything is coming together. Your patience, strength, and perseverance will soon be rewarded. The wait is almost over. Hold on. The reason some people have walked away from you for no reason has nothing to do with you. They have been removed from your life because the universe is taking you to the next level. They have already served their purpose in your life. Let them go and keep moving. Greater is coming. So somebody needs to know that greater is coming. So those, that have been, that have, walked out of somebody's life or, whatever, they've done, it was meant to be, it was meant for those people not to be in somebody's life. It's not meant for them, to go to the next level of life with somebody. At the bottom of the deck, we got, if it ain't about the money, don't be blowing me up. Somebody, could receive some information about some money. Somebody, could, be blowing up somebody's phone, and it has something to do with some money. Somebody, I don't know. Somebody, could receive, a lot of information. This could have something to do, with, because I'm picking up, somebody's bank account being hacked or, somebody, putting, a bank account in somebody's name. So somebody, could find out, some information about that. But after that card, it's the goals card. So what about somebody's goals? Maybe, somebody has, set some type of goals, when somebody's, been following through with those goals and somebody, is about to reap, a reward, for following through, something about, following through. Maybe somebody, is about to follow through on their word, or somebody, is about to learn a lesson about not following through on their word. Holy Spirit. Well, the good deeds card came out. So somebody, somebody stands on their word. Somebody, somebody follows through out here. Goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So goodness and mercy definitely, could be following somebody. Somebody, the fact of the matter is, I feel like the favor of God, is on somebody. But I feel like it's because of somebody's goodness out here. And then the other card that flipped over is the cold brew card. So, something about, some spell work. But we're just gonna leave that there. We're not gonna, keep talking about this spell work stuff. It like every other person is doing some type of spell work, to try to get their way in life. But yeah, so maybe people could be looking at somebody like, well, why is good stuff happening, like in their life, and we're out here doing the money spells and the woot the woots and the yada yadas, and not all magic is bad. It's just how you like do it. It's not what you do, it's how you do. But there could be people that they're using magic for like bad, and so yeah, if you're using it for bad, of course, yeah, you're gonna get bad results. So I don't know, there could be people that could be wondering like, well, are they doing some type of spell work in order for like this good stuff like to happen to them. Yeah, somebody's playing out here. Somebody's playing. So this is like, yeah, like somebody playing in spell work, not really knowing what they're doing. Like somebody could be playing with people. So like, yeah, somebody playing with good people. So how like, especially when it comes to earth angels, like earth angels are like put in people's lives, either for a lesson or a blessing, just depending on, like how, the person takes it, how the person reacts, like to the earth angel. So there could be, yeah, like somebody out here, playing with the earth angel out here. Yeah, and then we got what goes around comes around. So, ooh wee. Give me another one, please, Holy Spirit. Thank you. The Soulmate card came out. So somebody, could be about to, like come in contact with the soulmate out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be, like playing with the dead, and that is one of the wrong things to do, is play with the dead. Let the dead rest in peace. So, wow. There's also somebody, that could be, like going within, like evaluating themselves. It could be because, karma, is coming, back around to bite somebody. So something, that somebody, could have done in the past, could be coming back around. But yeah, it's not, it's not good. But we got divinely guided. So somebody definitely is being divinely guided. There could be, like a soulmate, that could be being divinely guided, somebody's way, or somebody is being divinely guided to a soulmate out here. But there is somebody, that, yeah, like they could be playing like, like they want to, like, be with somebody, grow old with somebody, but yeah, like that's not, like their real plan, whoever this is, they could have some type of hidden intentions out here. Why is this good deeds card here? The umbrella of protection. We keep getting this card. Somebody's first name or last name could start with a U. Somebody needs to know that, yeah, you are protected. There could be some people, or somebody, that, yeah, like they see some good stuff, like taking place in somebody's life, and yeah, like they want to, like stand up underneath somebody's umbrella, but I feel like they don't have like good intentions. It's something about intentions, if your heart, isn't on, like good intentions, then yeah, like that means you're manipulative, you're deceitful. So somebody's heart, is, yeah, like somebody's intentions are good when it comes to people. So just be aware, of, yeah, like people, that have bad intentions out here. Yeah, especially when it comes to money. Money. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be playing, with some money, or, like, yeah, like somebody, is like trying to play somebody for some money, or yeah, just be aware. Because there could be, people, that could just be around somebody for money. Somebody, could have chose money, like over, like a soulmate. And then we got the disappointed card. So somebody definitely, could be about to be disappointed. But somebody, could already be disappointed in somebody, So somebody, could be feeling like, like somebody, is not really serious, somebody, they just want to be around them because of what they have or what they can do for them. I feel like, going back to, what goes around comes around. Like somebody, is about to get a dose of their own medicine. So this is like somebody playing with people, just to get money or whatever have you. And then, they realize, that, like people around them, or just playing with them or just playing them for money. Somebody definitely, could be disappointed. And it could have something to do with some money. And then behind the disappointed card, we have the ancestors. So, somebody's ancestors could be disappointed in somebody. There could be somebody, like they could be, they feel like, it's their ancestors' fault as to why, they're not financially stable, or, why, stuff is happening in their life. So, like somebody's ancestors could be appalled out here. Why is this playing games here? Playing games. Games on top of games. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a Y. Somebody plays childish games out here. Somebody definitely, could, like use, like stuff, like to try to control people. So if somebody, like has a child with somebody, somebody tries to use the child to control, somebody. Or like somebody, has more money than somebody else. So they try to, use the money, like to control, somebody or some people. But we got the jigsaw. So you want to play a game. Karma. But game after game after game. Somebody likes to play games. Maybe, they played the game, been playing games with a game player. Or, like somebody, like they done peeped, like somebody or some people's game. Or that's what's about to take place. Somebody definitely, could be about to find, like the missing piece of the puzzle. So, something about, some information. Why is there Soulmate card here? Somebody's all cap. Somebody's a liar. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an H. Somebody, could have already, figured out, that somebody's a liar. Somebody, could wear baseball caps. Somebody, could play baseball. There's also somebody, that's about to, wear another hat. So somebody, could be about to take on, like another responsibility. But I feel like, it's a good responsibility out here. There's somebody that, they rather play games, than to take responsibility for their life or to take responsibility, for their actions. So I feel like, that's over with. Somebody that, has been around somebody, they know that somebody's protected. And I feel like whoever this person is, they just stick around, for, the protection. Why is this good deeds here with this umbrella of protection out here? We got the Temperance. So, somebody is being told, to remain balanced out here. But, the Temperance angel. So, it's giving me, like an earth angel. But somebody definitely is protected, by angels out here. It's giving me, archangel energy. Somebody, could have a bad temper out here. Or somebody, somebody's temper, like could get the best of them. Mm-hmm. They're definitely, somebody, like they walk around, saying that, like I'm protected, the angels, and my ancestors, like they protect me. I feel like whoever this is, they've been abandoned, like by their spiritual team. Mm-hmm. We got the 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Somebody definitely, could receive some communication, like from, like their angels, somebody, could receive, like angel messages or, but something about, like, somebody being protected, from harm. Mm-hmm. We got the moon. Mm-hmm. Heavy Scorpio energy out here. Somebody definitely, playing games under the moon. Mm-hmm. But there's also somebody that, like, they think that they're hiding the fact, that they're, like trying to play somebody or, like, like that they've been playing games. Mm-hmm. Something is hidden for sure, but this is like, like, like somebody being an earth angel. But of course, earth angels ain't walking around with wings, on their back, halos on their, on their heads. So like you just don't know, an earth angel when you see one, Mm-hmm. So I don't know, playing with earth angel or playing, with, like somebody, that is of God, a child of God, but somebody, that, they're tapped in, heavily to their spiritual team, they're protected, by, archangels, guardian angels. Mm-hmm. Somebody definitely, could be trying to hide, some stuff from like their ancestors, but how do you hide stuff, from your ancestors? Or there's some information, that was hidden from somebody, by their ancestors, but maybe, like it was hidden from somebody, for somebody's protection out here. We got the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So somebody's a basket case out here. Mm-hmm. There's also somebody, that's lying out here because they don't want somebody, to, like have some type of power. Somebody, could be losing their power, or somebody, like somebody trying to take somebody's power, or somebody doesn't want somebody to take their power back. There could be somebody, walking around lying and saying, that, like somebody, is, like, like crazy. Or that's what people think, So, like somebody, could have a lot of information going back to information station. And people, could be like, oh, they're crazy. That'll never happen, Or, what are they talking about? Mm-hmm. There could be some people, that, they could, find out that somebody ain't crazy. Somebody knows exactly what they're talking about. Yeah, but it has something to do with somebody's intuition. We got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, heavy Scorpio out here. But something about, somebody's intuition. Mm-hmm. Somebody's power has been stripped from them. So somebody, trying to, like strip somebody of their power, that person's power is being stripped. Somebody, could be trying to, like remove somebody, like off of their throne, that belongs to them. Something about, like somebody trying to use, like, money, power, or something like that to, like, control somebody or some people. But, like, they don't have no power out here. Or there's people, that, thought that somebody didn't have, like, any power, they thought that somebody, was just, like a nobody, but they, could find out, that somebody, has a high spiritual ranking out here. be somebody, that wants to extend an olive branch out here. This is somebody, that could have possibly, like been, like playing, in somebody's energy, trying to play on somebody's top, playing games. Yeah, you could be seeing like 411, 311. You could be seeing a lot of 11s. But yeah, somebody needs to know that, yeah, like their spiritual team, like is here to assist them. So I feel like, yeah, like somebody's, like spiritual team, is basically, yeah, handling, something for somebody. But yeah, somebody, could want to ask for some type of forgiveness out here. Somebody, yeah, they could want to, like, yeah, extend, like an olive branch. Something about, yeah, somebody needing to remain balanced. Because there could be some type of agreement or some type of compromise, that could come somebody's way. This could be in the form of documents and paperwork, But again, we are in Mercury retrograde, so make sure you read over, multiple times documents and paperwork before you sign it. Somebody, could, like have, like a tight circle of family and friends. So somebody, doesn't, really deal, like with a lot of people, So if that's the case, then yeah, like if something, like happened in, like the circle of family and friends, yeah, like somebody would know, So it's like, yeah, somebody has a circle of 5 people, So yeah, if some money was stolen, then of course, yeah, somebody's gonna, be able to narrow it down. So if it's 5 people, then yeah, it's 4 people, to yeah, figure out, like who stole the money. So something about, yeah, like somebody, like putting the puzzle together, Somebody, yeah, they could be about to, like answer their own question, or yeah, somebody's about to, like solve, like their own crime, or yeah, somebody's a problem solver out here. Or something about, yeah, like somebody wanting to, like extend the olive branch because they could be realizing, that they were the problem, or they caused the problem. But yeah, I feel like somebody, definitely, yeah, could need to, like protect themselves. Or there could be somebody, they could be trying to protect somebody. I mean, it could be, like somebody's spiritual team, but it really could be, like a physical person. So a physical person, could be trying to protect somebody from, like another physical person out here. But yeah, somebody's a player out here. Somebody's weak in the knees. Somebody, could have had a one-night stand or something about, yeah, like somebody, like playing games with people. So, something, yeah, could be coming back around, for, yeah, like somebody playing games with people in general. Give me one for the moon, please. Thank you. We got the cauldron. And if y'all see, the bowl or whatever it is, it's upside down. So something about, yeah, like something not working. Somebody definitely needs to know, that, yeah, like whatever they're going through, there's a positive outcome, there's light at the end of the tunnel. But yeah, something about, yeah, like somebody having positive power over themselves. So somebody, yes, could be, like taking their power back. Somebody, could have a tremendous influence, like on other people, Somebody definitely, yeah, could like help other people, So this is like helping other people out of dark spaces, help other people, like, yeah, like seeing, like an old lady, crossing the street, and they have groceries. So somebody, pulls over, and yeah, like helps the old lady, like cross the street with the groceries. Something about, yeah, some good deeds. Somebody, could be, like about to receive some, yeah, like some type of rewards for some good deeds. Somebody wants somebody to, like not trust themselves, not trust their intuition, not trust, yeah, what they're seeing or what they're feeling out here. So I feel like somebody just needs to be aware. But yeah, we got the GOAT. So yeah, the greatest of all times. So yeah. We know who the GOAT is. Yeah, the Most High God. I don't know. Somebody could have lied on God, or yeah, somebody committed blasphemy. There definitely, yeah, could be somebody, that, yeah, like, is trying to, like, drain somebody's energy. But, yeah, like, whoever this is trying to drain somebody's energy, yeah, like, they're being drained. Especially, yeah, if somebody's trying to, like, drain somebody's creative energy. The fact of the matter is, yeah, it's, when it comes to, whoever, this message is for, it's, like, in you and on you. It's the God in you. Yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, thinks that, like, they're the greatest of all times, or, like, I don't know, somebody, could, yeah, like, really think that they're God, or somebody trying to play God. I don't know, if that's what people, are saying, like, oh, they're trying to play God, but yeah, you can't play God. There's only one true and living God. But yeah, God has given us, yeah, like, the Holy Spirit within us. And so, yeah, we're supposed to use that power, to, yeah, do great things. So somebody, yeah, could abuse their power and then holler about, yeah, they're the greatest of all times. Yeah, whatever. Somebody, could be a doctor out here, or something about, yeah, somebody healing. Somebody, could be a healer out here. Somebody's, like, spiritual team, yeah, could be, like, helping them to heal, in whatever way, shape, form, or fashion, that, yeah, like, somebody needs to heal out here. There could be somebody that somebody, could have had a child with, that could want to extend the olive branch to somebody. Maybe, they weren't around, So maybe this person, they want to, ask for forgiveness, and figure out how to move forward. So somebody could be leaving. Somebody, could be leaving, like, a situation that hasn't, like, served their highest good, and it has hindered their growth. Or, somebody, could be, like, leaving a mindset that, has not served their highest good and hindered their growth. Maybe somebody, has helped somebody, to, yeah, like, awaken, awaken to, what's going on, like, around them, who people are, like, in their lives. So maybe, like, somebody wants to extend the olive branch, wants to, like, tell somebody, thank you, for helping me to awaken. Thank you for helping me to see. But we got soul tie at the bottom of the deck. So somebody, yeah, something about somebody having a soul tie with somebody. Somebody, could be trying to break a soul tie, or somebody, yeah, they're trying to, like, keep themselves, like, tied to somebody. But something about, yeah, creating soul ties. So be aware of, like, creating soul ties, with, like, karmic people. But we got communicate. So somebody, could want to communicate with somebody. There is some type of secret communication that could be going on. This could be going on behind somebody's back. Or that's what somebody, wants to communicate with somebody about. Possibly ask for forgiveness for, communicating with somebody or some people behind somebody's back. Somebody, could want to ask for some type of forgiveness, Somebody possibly, yeah, could want to ask somebody, like, well, can we work it out? But something about, yeah, like, somebody, working it out with somebody, you know what I mean? That, yeah, like, is not good out here. Somebody, yeah, they could literally, yeah, be trying to play. So something about, yeah, like, somebody being protected from whoever this is. Because somebody's trying to play with somebody. Somebody, yeah, they're trying to take somebody's power. They're trying to, like, like, overtake somebody. This is like, yeah, like, somebody, moving in with somebody, or allowing somebody to move in with them, and then, yeah, like, this person, yeah, they want to control the house. They want to control this. They want to control that. But, yeah, like, they're not, benefiting, like, the household in any way, shape, form, or fashion, They just lay on the couch watching TV, on social media, going in the refrigerator, getting food, going on the toilet, taking a ish, you know what I mean? And, yeah, that's pretty much how they do. But we got moving. So somebody, could be moving out here. Somebody, could be changing residences out here. Or somebody, could be, like, moving in with their partner. But I feel like somebody just needs to be aware. Because somebody's all cap out here. Somebody's lying out here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody has skeletons in their closet. Maybe somebody, you know, wants to communicate about, yeah, them having skeletons in their closet out here. There's somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they think that, yeah, like they're the greatest of all times, or they think, you know, that, yeah, like they're more than they are, you know. This is somebody, you know, that, yeah, they could walk around, you know, like that they're fine, or, you know, they could walk around, you know, like, yeah, like they've had the best life, you know, and, you know, 90% of people, you know, haven't had the best life, you know. They just, you know, made life, you know, they played with they played the cards that they were dealt. But somebody's definitely, yeah, trying to hide some skeletons in their closet. Somebody, you know, could be leaving, you know, a situation, and they want to communicate, you know, with somebody. But there is somebody, you know, that, yeah, they like, yeah, over my dead body. So somebody, you know, wants to get the last laugh out here. Somebody, yeah, and they're playing games, you know, trying to get the last laugh, but they're playing, yeah, like games that they don't, you know, I don't feel like that whoever this is, they know what they're really doing, you know. They're just trying to do any and everything, you know, to, yeah, like stop something from taking place. Yep, and something definitely, yeah, could be about to blow up. Somebody, you know, is about to go through a tower moment. Mm-hmm. But I'm also picking up, too, that, yeah, whoever this message is for, yeah, you're going to get the last laugh, you know? Mm-hmm. But this is like, yeah, like, I've been picking this energy up, but, yeah, this is like Carrie energy, you know? So, yeah, like, Carrie, you know, just trying to, you know, yeah, live, you know, awkwardly, you know, and, yeah, like a awkward world to her, you know, especially when it comes to, you know, like, those that, you know, she went to school with, you know. Carrie didn't bother nobody. Carrie was quiet. You know, Carrie, you know, she did her schoolwork, you know, she tried to fit in as best as she could, but yeah, people was picking on her, you know. And the fact of the matter is, you know, yeah, the dude, you know, that took her, you know, to the prom, he did it, you know, basically, yeah, as a favor, you know, to the bullies. But I feel like yeah, like he, you know, genuinely took, you know, like an interest in Carrie. And I don't really feel like that he knew, you know, that, yeah, what was going to happen to Carrie, you know, at the prom, you know. But yeah, like once, you know, like, yeah, once it happened, yeah, like Carrie unleashed, and yeah, whoever, you know, was in the building could get it. It didn't matter who. So something about, yeah, there is somebody or some people, you know, that, yeah, they done did something, you know, and they done unleashed the beast within somebody, and yeah, the beast don't see no age, no race, you know, they don't see, you know, yeah, they don't see none of that. The beast just sees, you know, yeah, like, ooh, ooh, so I don't know, somebody or some people that unleashed the beast. We got a love spell. So somebody, you know, could have done some type of love spell. Somebody, yeah, has been bewitched out here. Maybe somebody, you know, could have told somebody, like, yeah, you know, that they put a love spell on you. But there could be somebody, yeah, they ain't trying to get the last laugh. So somebody, you know, could be trying to leave, you know. So yeah, they're trying to, you know, do a love spell. Mm-hmm. You got the pleading man at the bottom of the deck, so be aware of whoever this pleading man is. It's talking about, yeah, a love spell not working. So there could be a man, you know, that could have done a love spell on a woman, but yeah, like it's not working. Be aware of, yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, wanting to extend the olive branch, you know, and it's like, yeah, let's go out and have some drinks, and then, yeah, like somebody puts some type of something in somebody's drink, you know, and yeah, somebody, you know, becomes bewitched out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, has challenges when it comes to communicating out here. There could be somebody, you know, they could have to make some type of decision, or yeah, they're making some type of decision, you know, like to do some type of inner healing out here. And then at the bottom of the deck, we got You're My Soulmate. So yeah, something about, yeah, a soulmate. Somebody needs to know that, yeah, everything, you know, happens in divine timing. Everything happens in divine order out here. And yeah, somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, they have a guardian angel that definitely is watching over them. There is a lost loved one that definitely, yeah, is watching over somebody. There could be somebody, you know, that could be trying to figure out any and every way, you know, to, yeah, like, get past somebody's boundaries, but they can't. Every time, you know, they think that they done got through a crack. Yeah, there goes, you know, a guardian angel showing up. You know, yeah, so then they find a way, you know, to get around that, you know, and go, you know, through another crack. And yeah, somebody's ancestor, you know, pops up. Somebody, you know, could be doing some type of spell work when it comes, you know, like to somebody's dreams. But somebody, you know, has manifested something out here. And that could be, you know, what's about, you know, like to take place for somebody. So, fasten your seatbelt, or somebody needs to fasten their seatbelt because it's about to be a bumpy ride out here. But going back to the message of the universe card, the journey wasn't the smoothest or the most pleasant lately, but everything is coming together. Your patience, strength, and perseverance will soon be rewarded. The wait is almost over. So hold on. Somebody, you know, could be older than somebody out here. But yeah. So the wait is almost over, but yeah, somebody needs to fasten their seatbelt and hold on. So, I feel like, yeah, the ride is definitely, yeah, about to get bumpy for somebody or some people. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be in trouble with the law out here. So something about, yeah, like somebody not fastening their seatbelt. So there could be some type of crash, you know, that could take place, or, you know, something about a car is very significant. Somebody, you know, could get pulled over. Somebody, you know, could be driving too fast. Well, we got a police report. So somebody, you know, could be in trouble with the law, and it definitely could have something to do with a police report out here. Somebody, you know, could, yeah, like file a police report against somebody, but somebody definitely, yeah, lied on the police report. Yeah, something about a wreck. Somebody is definitely, yeah, in a state of ruin or disorder. So, yeah, somebody's a basket case out here. And they're definitely, yeah, whatever, you know, like somebody, you know, has gotten in trouble with the law about, yeah, they have to live with this. There's an ex's ex involved. So there's an ex's ex that could have filed some type of police report. So maybe that's who somebody, you know, could be trying to, protect somebody from. But there's an ex's ex that could be involved in some type of wreck. There's an ex's ex that definitely, yeah, could be in a state of ruin or disorder. And it could be because, yeah, like somebody is choosing to positively move forward. Or there's somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they could file a police report, you know, on, you know, like their ex. But something about, yeah, somebody, you know, about to, yeah, receive some type of respect, or, yeah, like some respect is about to, you know, like be put on somebody's name. Somebody's ex's ex could have been so naive that they believe, you know, like some type of lies out here. Or, yeah, somebody's ex's ex, you know, was so naive to believe, you know, that somebody, you know, was crazy. Somebody's crazy out here, for sure. Somebody definitely, yeah, has a bad temper out here. Something about, yeah, that, that Carrie energy, but I feel like yeah, like somebody, you know, could have found some type of police report and it has something to do, you know, with you know, with like somebody's temper out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be sending, you know, like some type of telepathic messages somebody's way. But you know, like yeah, like with Carrie, somebody's name could be Carrie, but with Carrie, yeah, that was like what, telepathy, is that what it's called? You know, or whatever it's called, you know, when you can move things with your mind. So somebody, yeah, like somebody doing something with their mind, you know. Yep. But somebody's been involved in some type of mischief. So somebody just needs to be aware, because there could be somebody, you know, that could be trying to, you know, like get close to somebody to get some type of information. Somebody, you know, could possibly, yeah, like have to surrender or give up, you know, because yeah, like they can't get close to somebody, you know, to yeah, like get some information. Or somebody, yeah, somebody having to surrender and give up, you know, because of some type of police report, you know, that was filed on them. But yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, could be learning a lesson out here. Yeah, we got superpowers. So somebody, you know, could be being looked at, you know, like as a superhero. But yeah, somebody definitely is being looked at as having superpowers. There is somebody that definitely, yeah, fears what is within somebody. It's the God in you. Whatever, you know, is within somebody, yeah, it's yeah, it has somebody in a wreck, in a state of ruin or disorder. So they believe that somebody was crazy, or they believe, you know, that yeah, like somebody didn't have no power. They believe, you know, whatever it is that they believe. Yep. And so whoever this is, yeah, they realize that they listened to the wrong people. Mm. Somebody could be like a social media influencer out here. Something about a book. Somebody, you know, could have a book on Kindle. Or somebody, you know, could, you know, like read books on Kindle. Something about a book. Somebody, you know, could be reading the Bible, you know what I mean, on Kindle. But we got OnlyFans. So somebody, you know, could have, you know, like some type of OnlyFans out here. Maybe, you know, like people were saying, you know, that, yeah, the reason why somebody, you know, is living a good life is because they have OnlyFans. Somebody, you know, yeah, so somebody lives a good life. So somebody, you know, could have been trying to compete with somebody. So, yeah, instead of them, you know, getting a job, or instead of them, you know, like figuring it out, you know, other ways than getting an OnlyFans, yeah, they get an OnlyFans account, and then, yeah, like, it's causing them, you know, to, yeah, like do things, you know, that they, you know, possibly, you know, wouldn't do, or, you know, make decisions, you know, that they possibly, yeah, wouldn't make. It's something about, yeah, like somebody's life being in a wreck, in a state of ruin or disorder because of, yeah, like their movements, choices, and decisions. We got explosive diarrhea. So somebody, you know, could have some type of explosive diarrhea. But something about, yeah, like somebody drinking something. So be aware. We got a drag queen. So somebody, you know, could be a drag queen out here. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, drag queen energy. We got recording studios. So somebody, you know, could make money out here. I mean, something about, yeah, somebody making money. But somebody, you know, could make music. I don't know. Somebody definitely has some skeletons in their closet that they're trying to hide. I don't know. Somebody, you know, dresses up, you know, as a drag queen, you know, in the dark, in the nighttime, you know, after midnight, you know, or yeah, like somebody, you know, has done something, you know, that yeah, like they don't want for people to know about. Somebody, you know, could be a sexist out here. But we got a sore loser. So somebody's a sore loser out here. So somebody, could want to extend an olive branch because, yeah, they lost. They've been defeated. Somebody, could be a YouTuber out here. Somebody could be vegan. Somebody, could be on Grindr. So somebody, could, yeah, like be on, like dating sites. Somebody, could be patriotic out here. Somebody, could like to drink, till, like they have a hangover. Somebody, could like to go to the karaoke bar. So somebody, could sing. But something about, yeah, what somebody's trying to keep hitting out here. And then we got jail. So somebody, could end up going from the bar to jail. We got divorced. So somebody, could be divorced out here. Somebody, could, yeah, going back to somebody's leaving, like a situation. So it could be somebody, they're getting a divorce. Getting a divorce. I feel like, yeah, like somebody, is like, yeah, before, I allow them to divorce me, yeah, I'll go to jail. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be about to go to jail. But we have indecisive. So somebody definitely, yeah, is indecisive out here. Somebody, yeah, there could be somebody, that, yeah, they just can't think on their own. We got Bitcoin. So somebody, could invest in Bitcoin, or something about Bitcoin could be significant. Somebody, could drive a Tesla. Somebody, could be an Uber driver or a Lyft driver. Maybe somebody, could find, yeah, they should have took some type of Uber or some type of Lyft. But we got hacker. So yeah, we was talking about that earlier in the message. Somebody hacking into somebody's accounts. I don't know. Somebody could hack into, like somebody's computer system, in somebody's car. Somebody definitely is uncoordinated. So somebody don't know what they're doing. And somebody's weak. We got the nightclub. So somebody, yeah, the nightclub, the karaoke bar. Somebody, yeah, they like the nightlife. But I'm also picking up too that, yeah, somebody, they're a sore loser. They've been defeated. So they could have, been talking about somebody's life, in the past. We got the synagogue. So somebody, could like go to the synagogue. Somebody doesn't know, yeah, what they believe in or something like that. Somebody doesn't know if they want to go to church or if they want to. But I feel like that, yeah, like somebody, was judging somebody off of, like their life. But you can't, judge, yeah, a book by its cover. Everybody knows that. So somebody, could have been like, well, why is everything happening, to them? They go to the nightclub or they go to the karaoke bar. Why, is bad stuff always happening to me? Yeah, I feel like if somebody's good outweighs their bad. But somebody's heartbroken out here. There is somebody that, yeah, they don't know what they believe in. So if you're not sure about, the one and true living God, then yeah, you're not sure about anything. I don't know. Somebody, yeah, like can make somebody, like into a believer out here. We got a bridezilla. So somebody definitely, yeah, could be angry out here. They could be, angry, about them getting a divorce. They could be angry, because maybe, yeah, like they, find out that somebody's about to get married. The more, that, yeah, like somebody, keeps trying to hack into, you know, like somebody's life, or the more, you know, that somebody, you know, yeah, going back to the information station, the more that somebody, you know, tries to find information about somebody, the more and more that they enter into, yeah, the state of ruin and disorder out here. We got a healer at the bottom of the deck, so somebody definitely, yeah, could be a healer out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, could lay hands on people, or something about, yeah, some hands being laid on somebody. Somebody definitely, yeah, could want to put them paws on somebody. Yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, could be trying to, you know, stay attached to somebody because of, yeah, like somebody's protection out here. Somebody, you know, could be traveling out here. Somebody, you know, could be traveling by bus. Something about a party bus could be significant. So somebody, you know, could be getting a party bus. This travel card is a number 10. So something about, yeah, a new beginning. Starting over. Somebody could be a Libra or a Scorpio. Somebody, you know, yeah, they could be traveling, you know, like in September or October. We got ancestors. So somebody is heavily protected out here for sure. Somebody definitely, yeah, could want to, you know, like travel towards somebody in secret. Somebody could be 41 years old. Yeah, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, heavy Libra. We got high honor. So yeah, somebody, you know, is, yeah, being considered high honor out here. This person looks like that they've been in the military, you know, so somebody, you know, could have been in the military. October, yeah, because this high honor card is the number 25, so October the 25th could be significant, or October of this year could be significant. Something about, yeah, somebody, you know, putting, yeah, like some respect on somebody's name. Somebody definitely secretly, yeah, secretly honors somebody. Somebody, you know, secretly, yeah, like put somebody, you know, of high honor. Somebody, you know, yeah, like secretly put somebody on a pedestal out here. Maybe that's what's driving somebody crazy. It could just be, yeah, like somebody's accomplishments, you know, that could be driving somebody crazy. But we got a message. So somebody, you know, could receive a message. Somebody, you know, could be making, you know, like some type of announcement. This message card is the number 7. Somebody's life path could be the number 7. Something about, yeah, spiritual messages. So somebody, you know, could receive, yeah, spiritual messages, angelic, you know, messages from their angels. But yeah, somebody could be a Cancer or a Leo. Somebody, yeah, could receive messages, you know, like from God. Because the message card is on top of the goat card. So people thought that somebody was lying when they said that they received messages, you know, from God. Or when they, you know, see angels or talk, you know, to, yeah, like their ancestors. Something about, yeah, like other people, you know, yeah, possibly, you know, starting to hear from their spiritual team, or, you know, starting to, you know, like see their ancestors or whatever have you, yeah, to make, you know, like people some believers. There are people that are being, yeah, made believers out here, but there's somebody that, yeah, like they still don't believe it. So something definitely, yeah, could happen, you know, to make this person, you know, like, yeah, believe in the power of God, or, you know, yeah, like somebody's unsure what God can do. Yeah, so God is going to, you know, like show somebody what God can do. It could be, you know, through somebody. You know what I mean? Yeah. We got a high priestess. So you could be in this high priestess energy. But something about, yeah, somebody traveling, you know, like to a high priestess in secret to get done, you know, whatever, you know, they were trying to get done. Somebody could be born in 1972. There could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, wants to extend the olive branch. There's something about, yeah, like a side chick or a side dude. Yeah, somebody's third eye is open. So somebody, yeah, sees a lot of things. They know a lot of things, you know, spiritually. But I feel like that, yeah, like even physically, you know, like somebody has seen a lot of things. You know, they've heard a lot of things. They could have been through a lot of things. Yeah, and somebody definitely, yeah, has worked really, really, really hard out here. But somebody's mad. Somebody's mad because, yeah, they work really, really, really hard, you know, to, yeah, stop this, block this, you know, and yeah, it's not working. Yeah, we got a child. You could be saying the angel number 1811. Something about, yeah, somebody, you know, being, you know, like a good influence on even your, like, children out here. Something definitely, yeah, could happen on the 18th. So that's in 2 days. So something, you know, could take place within the next 2 days. Something about, yeah, like somebody, you know, like doing, you know, like whatever they're doing as far as, you know, like their little spell work, you know, yeah, trying to, you know, like hit somebody's kids as well. But yeah, we got starseed. Somebody's child could be a star, or somebody could be a starseed. Somebody's child could be a starseed. So yeah, something about, yeah, like somebody's children. But somebody definitely is a child of God out here, a high honored child of God. But something about, yeah, like somebody's kid, you know, like, yeah, like having, you know, like the same, you know, like spiritual gifts, you know, as their mother, their father. And yeah, somebody is operating in their North Node out here. Somebody, you know, could be 50 years old. Something about, yeah, a false narrative. So be aware, yeah. But we got the all cap card, so yeah, a lie. Somebody could be born in 1989 or 1998. I just saw a catastrophe is about to happen, so there could be a catastrophe that definitely, yeah, could be about to happen. There could be some documents that were hidden, you know, that could be, you know, like surfacing out here. Somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, prayer changes things out here. So whatever somebody has been praying for, somebody's been praying for change, yeah, change is about to take place. There could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, they could want to, you know, like take some type of action now. Or somebody, you know, could be being told, you know, like to, yeah, like take some type of action now. So this is like going back to, yeah, somebody being divinely guided to do something. There definitely, yeah, could be somebody, you know, that could be trying to ignore somebody's no out here. Somebody, you know, could have abandoned somebody, you know, or yeah, somebody, you know, feels abandoned. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like hiding their feelings out here. So going back to, yeah, like somebody hiding the fact, you know, that, yeah, like they put somebody on a pedestal, or hiding the fact, you know, that, yeah, like they love somebody. They could be hiding their feelings because, yeah, they don't want somebody to go shit that crazy. Somebody's already a basket case. But rock bottom is definitely somebody's new home out here. Or is about to be. Yeah, possibly for the person, you know, that, yeah, like it's sending somebody the evil eye. Somebody, you know, that's envious and jealous of somebody. Somebody, you know, could be born in the 80s out here. Somebody, you know, this soulmate, you know, like somebody, you know, could have been knowing them, you know, like since, you know, like somebody was a child. But there is somebody, you know, that, yeah, is looking for somebody. But I don't like the soulmate card with the all cap. It could be whoever this Queen of Wands in the reverse is. It could be a Gemini. It could be a lover, you know. It could be an ex's ex. Yeah, but whoever this is, yeah, they're about to learn, you know, that they barked up the wrong tree. Or, yeah, somebody, you know, yeah, is looking for somebody because they done already learned that they barked up the wrong tree. Now they're trying to extend an olive branch. Yep. Yeah, because somebody's standing in their place and running their race. Somebody's minding their own business, just like Carrie was. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whoever this person is, yeah, like they're out of control. Something, is like out of control. Somebody is out of control. But there goes that, lesson or blessing energy. So, somebody barked up the wrong tree, Are you going to, learn a lesson or, you're going to take it as a blessing. Somebody, could receive, a phone call from an unknown caller out here. But something is out of control or somebody is out of control. And so, somebody can no longer cover something up. And somebody's cover is blown. We got a toxic masculine, so there could be a toxic masculine involved. We got assault. So something about, assault. Somebody, could go to jail from because of assault out here. Or somebody, could be trying to plan to assault somebody. Yeah. Somebody's being humbled out here. So somebody definitely, could get locked up. And it could have something to do with assault. Or they could get locked up, for, like planning to assault somebody. But be aware, because, there could be somebody, that could be wanting to, reach out because they need a favor out here. Or somebody, reached out to somebody, they needed a favor. They needed help, to, go against somebody. And, they're being humble. We got loss of life. So somebody definitely, could, there could be a life that could be lost out here. Somebody, could be being humbled by the loss of somebody. And it definitely could have something to do with, a health spell. Somebody definitely, is being told to, like, pay attention to their dreams, because their dreams definitely, could be trying to, show them something. It definitely could have something to do with somebody's brother, or somebody, somebody's brother, could deal with some type of loss of life out here, or somebody's brother is the loss of life. Something about somebody's brother. I don't know, somebody, could receive, like a phone call, from, like, a brother. Somebody, could want to travel towards somebody to possibly, get a reading. So somebody, is a high priestess, or, somebody does tarot card readings, whatever have you. Somebody could try to, get, like a reading done. But something about, like somebody, knowing, that, like some type of reading, or something, some type of message, like it was real. We got a Cancer, so you could be a Cancer, have Cancer in your chart, or there's a Cancer involved. Somebody's a psychic out here. Somebody's child, could have psychic abilities. But somebody definitely, could have ate the wrong information from a psychic. Or there could be a psychic, that ate the wrong information about somebody. I feel like like somebody, there's a psychic that gave, somebody some wrong information. They lied. Now somebody's in a dilemma. There's somebody out here that, they're following instead of leading. So something about, somebody, can't think for themselves. But somebody is leading instead of following. So something about, like somebody, choosing a taboo job. So somebody, could be a tarot card reader. That's considered as a taboo job, So people, they choose, to follow what other people do, instead of, like leading, like their own life. But whatever, like somebody or some people done, they were fueled by greed. And that is one of the 7 deadly sins. We got a divine masculine, so there's a divine masculine involved. And then we got an unloyal friend. So somebody has an unloyal friend out here. There could be a divine masculine. They could realize that they, have an unloyal friend, or there's a divine masculine that could realize that they were, like an unloyal friend to somebody. We got a Sagittarius. Ooh, we got eviction. So somebody definitely, could be getting evicted out here. Or somebody, like going back to, like somebody trying to expose, like somebody's, past, or somebody trying to expose somebody's information. Yeah, somebody, could have exposed some type of legal information. We got financial support. So somebody definitely, could be about to receive some financial support. Or something about, like somebody, needing a favor. So somebody, could be, like getting evicted. So somebody could be like, I need a favor. You think you can spot me $500. But I feel like somebody was playing games. Somebody was playing games. Something about, a side chick. Something about, I don't know. But somebody don't got nowhere to go out here. We got a Libra. I don't know. It could be multiple people. Then we got a divine feminine. There could be multiple people, that, could have tried to, like get a divine feminine evicted. There could be a lot of people, that, like they could have, something about a false narrative. So somebody, could be about to receive the full story. Or somebody, could already know the full story. There definitely, could be somebody or some people that keep asking people about somebody, but nobody will tell them anything. So, going back to, somebody or some people looking for somebody. We got tarot card reading. So, somebody, could be a tarot card reader or something about, like somebody or some people, like hiding behind hidden accounts, getting tarot card readings, trying to figure out, if it's somebody, I don't know if somebody's trying to use some type of tarot card reading against somebody, but there's people that, are against somebody. Maybe they were against somebody because, they were following somebody else instead of, like thinking for themselves. But whoever these people are, they could have been warned out here. I don't know if these people, like live a cult life, or, they were saying that somebody lives a cult life. Somebody does live a cult life, and that's why they're in the position that they're in. But the false narrative could have been, somebody lives the cult life. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a C. But we got karma, karma, karma. Somebody, could be receiving some karma, for harassing somebody. We got an air sign male, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So heavy Libra. There could be multiple people, that could be falling off one by one. Because every time, they travel to whoever this fake ass person is, they don't know what they doing. They come out on the bottom thinking that they're coming out on top. Yep, we got a woman child. So there's a woman child involved. There could be a woman child getting evicted, or there's a woman child, that keeps asking people about somebody and nobody will tell them. You could be this divine masculine, or this is about, you're a divine masculine. But we got an air sign male, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Somebody, could keep getting readings, on a certain, astrology sign, so like they keep getting Cancer readings, Sagittarius readings, Libra readings, But there's a big storm coming. Somebody, could have got a tarot card reading, and they were told that a big storm is coming. Somebody didn't believe it. Somebody lives in fantasy world mentality out here. There's multiple people, that, they live in fantasy world mentality. And whoever these people are, they definitely, could have entered into the danger zone. We got alcohol and drugs. So somebody definitely, yeah, could be, you know, drinking alcohol, doing drugs. Something definitely, yeah, could happen. Because you could be seeing the angel number 911. 911 definitely, yeah, could be called. Or somebody, you know, could have to call 911. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be getting evicted out here. But we got credit checks. So something about, yeah, somebody, you know, possibly, yeah, doing some type of illegal credit check. Or going back to, yeah, somebody or some people, yeah, asking, you know, for a favor, you know. But somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, whoever this is asking people about somebody. Yeah, this person, they're not looking at somebody, you know, because they love them, you know, yeah. They looking at somebody because they need them, or they're looking at somebody, yeah, out of lust. There could be some type of argument, you know, that could take place on social media. Somebody, yeah, somebody's dishonest and somebody's manipulative out here. Somebody, you know, could have an argument on social media with a woman child. There's also somebody that needs to know that, yeah, no weapon formed against them shall prosper. We got changed man. So somebody, you know, could be a changed man out here. So maybe, you know, like somebody, you know, has helped somebody to change. So somebody, yeah, doesn't need to get weary in well-doing. We got a water sign female. So, yeah, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody is being told, yeah, to keep going. You know, we started out with the good deeds card. Yeah, don't get weary in well-doing. But there could be somebody, you know, that could be ready to address the elephant in the room. And we have confessions. So somebody, you know, could want to, yeah, confess some stuff. Yeah. Usher. Somebody's, yeah, somebody's first, middle, last name starts with a U. Somebody, you know, could be listening to Usher. I don't know. Somebody, you know, could be a usher at the church. Or somebody, you know, could look like Usher. But something about, yeah, confessions. Y'all know the song Confessions. These are my confessions. Or somebody, yeah, could be confessing, you know, like, yeah, what they have done, you know. Somebody, you know, could be Catholic, you know. Somebody, you know, could want to call, yeah, 911, you know, yeah, and confess, you know, to what they have done. Somebody going shit back crazy out here. That's for sure. Somebody, you know, yeah, they could confess, you know, like how they feel about somebody, to somebody, you know, yeah, like somebody gets out of control. But there is somebody, you know, or some people that want somebody to doubt their memories. And there is some hidden pain that's coming to the surface. When it comes to happiness, attitude is everything. Wow, we got divinely guided out. So somebody definitely, yeah, could have been divinely guided out of a situation, or somebody's being divinely guided out of a situation. Or a mindset, you know, that has not hindered, that hasn't served their highest good or hindered, you know, like their growth. We got a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So there's a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Yeah, heavy. Yeah, Queen of Wands in the reverse. Somebody, you know, could realize that, yeah, like the Most High God, you know, is trying to divinely guide them out. They could finally be realizing it. But yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, could have a fraudulent bank account in somebody's name. I can't make it up. As above, so below. So somebody, you know, could have tried to steal, you know, like some type of spiritual prosperity, you know. As above, so below, yeah. Physical prosperity as well. But this is an as above, so below situation. So it's kind of giving me, you know, like whatever somebody trying to do to somebody, you know, like spiritually, yeah, it's being done, you know, to them, yeah, physically. Yeah. There's a bird brain out here. They play stupid games, they win stupid prizes. This is a spiritual fight. So yeah, if it's a spiritual fight, then yeah, there's a physical fight. So something about, yeah, somebody wanting to, you know, like physically fight somebody. Now you gon' fight in the spirit. But whoever this is, they don't got no power. They can't fight in the spirit. But yeah, people's opinions aren't your reality. They like buttholes. Everybody got one. Somebody definitely, yeah, committed a major violation out here. So that's why somebody's spiritual team is heavy out here. It's a false twin flame. So there's a false twin flame, you know, that committed some type of major violation. Yeah, somebody's skilled at reading others. So somebody, yeah, somebody sees a lot, they know a lot, they hear a lot. Yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, could be an energy reader. But whoever this is that committed this major violation, yeah, somebody's being told not to get in the way. So yeah, there's a big storm coming. So going back to, yeah, somebody needing a favor or whatever, yeah, you ain't got nothing for them. All you got is hope. I'll pray for you. Yeah, that's what you need to have for them. Yeah, don't get in the way, because, yeah, they have lessons to learn and karma to pay. And somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, great things are about to take place. Yeah, somebody needs to know that, yeah, you're stronger than you appear. But people possibly, yeah, could be realizing that, yeah, you're stronger than you appear. Don't get in the way. Yeah, they have lessons to learn and karma to pay. There are some dark secrets that definitely are about to be exposed out here. So whatever skeletons, you know, that somebody wanted to keep in their closet, yeah, ain't no way. Somebody, you know, could be a mentor out here. Or something about, yeah, like somebody trying to fake, you know, fake in front, you know. But somebody, you know, could be a mentor, or somebody, you know, could be about to receive, you know, like, yeah, an opportunity to be a mentor. You could be seeing the angel number 444. So, yeah, somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, they have ultimate protection out here. But somebody definitely, yeah, can provide experience based off of their own experiences. So it's something about, yeah, like somebody telling their story, you know, it's like, it's giving me, you know, like, yeah, testimony. So somebody, you know, could have tried to, you know, yeah, basically use somebody else's testimony, you know what I mean? Yeah, they've been using somebody else's testimony to make people believe, you know, like it's their life. There's also a false twin flame that definitely, yeah, could be trying to figure out if somebody's in a relationship out here. This could be somebody's, you know, like ex's ex, so you could be the real twin flame. So yeah, this false twin flame definitely committed a major violation, and yeah, they're about to receive some consequences for their behavior out here. We got ritual sacrifice, so somebody, you know, could have done some type of ritual sacrifice out here. They could have traveled, you know, to do so. Yep. And now, yeah, this person's finances are on decline. Their health is on decline. Their career, their relationships. That's the consequences. Yeah, well, some of the consequences, you know, for these people's behavior. But going back to, yeah, the warning. So somebody, you know, could have, yeah, gotten readings, you know, or whatever they did, you know, yeah, they were warned by the person that's skilled at reading other people, by the star seed, by the earth angel. Yep. But somebody's health is declining out here, and we do got a deceitful brother. So there's a deceitful brother, you know, that could be receiving some type of consequences for their behavior. Somebody's deceitful brother's health could be declining out here. So nobody is exempt. So whoever was involved, yeah, they're not exempt. But going back to, yeah, using the Carrie example, Carrie movie as an example, yeah, like whoever was in the gymnasium, you know, when they wanted to start when they wanted to commit the major violation, yeah, everybody get it. Nobody is exempt. There's also somebody, you know, that could be receiving some consequences for their behavior. Yeah, trying to point out somebody's flaws, but yeah, look at all the skeletons that they've been trying to hide. So whoever this is, yeah, they're suffering in silence. Yeah, heavy Libra, Gemini, Aquarius out here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Be aware of a devil in a new dress or a new suit. So be aware of somebody saying that, yeah, like they're a changed man. Yeah, somebody's being given consequences, receiving consequences for their behavior, possibly from, yeah, like underhearing somebody, you know, or yeah, undervaluing somebody. Somebody possibly, yeah, could be like, oh, well, I felt unheard and I felt undervalued. Yeah, bullshit. Somebody, you know, could have somebody blocked out. Somebody, you know, could want somebody to unblock them. Whoever this is, yeah, their health could be declining. Whoever this is that, you know, somebody could have blocked out, or it could be multiple people. We got a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So there's a Leo, or Aries, Sagittarius that's involved. This Leo, Aries, Sagittarius could be somebody's, yeah, false twin flame. Yeah, the Queen of Wands in the reverse. There's somebody that definitely, yeah, loves the idea of a relationship, just not the person. So why would you want to be in a relationship with with somebody, you know, when you don't like the person? We got a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So there's a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that definitely loves the idea of the relationship, just not the person. Or yeah, there's people that know that somebody, you know, is skilled at, you know, like reading other people. Somebody definitely is a law-abiding citizen out here. So I don't know, you know, if people, you know, were trying to, yeah, say that somebody, you know, committed some type of major violation out here, or somebody, you know, was trying to, you know, like, yeah, like going back to the police report, somebody trying to get somebody locked up. But yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, try to twist somebody's words, and now they have to eat theirs. Yeah, character is built on honesty, integrity, and authenticity. So somebody's character is shot. They don't got no credibility out here. Yeah, there's somebody that looks good on the outside, but they're ugly on the inside. I feel like it's whoever, you know, that Queen of Wands in the reverse is. But somebody definitely, yeah, could have tried to say that somebody looks good on the outside, but they're ugly on the inside, just because they can't take the truth, just because they can't take the fact that somebody's skilled at reading others, just because they can't take the fact, you know, that somebody is favored by God, just because, yeah, they can't take you. That's that can't take syndrome. We got a corrupt law official, so there could be a corrupt law official involved. But be aware, you know, if, yeah, like somebody trying to get you mixed up in drama. But I feel like whoever this is, they tried to twist somebody's words and now they have to eat theirs. Yeah, they're mixed up in some drama out here. And it definitely has something to do with somebody moving. Or somebody, you know, yeah, could be moving because they done got mixed up in some drama. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have, you know, like emotionally matured at a young age out here. We got a karmic feminine. So yeah, there's a karmic feminine that looks good on the outside, but they're ugly on the inside. Whoever this Leo, Aries, Sagittarius is, yeah, whoever this karmic feminine is, they're somebody's false twin flame. And yeah, they're receiving consequences for their behavior. Whoever somebody's twin flame is, they could be receiving some consequences, you know, for, yeah, being with whoever this is. Somebody definitely, yeah, could want somebody to take their guard down. Yep, but somebody's protected. There is somebody or some people that definitely, yeah, took somebody for granted out here. There is somebody or some people that that you didn't want. I mean, you didn't do what they wanted you to do, and now, yeah, they're obsessed. And so, yeah, the mastermind is about to be exposed. The mastermind could be trying to come somebody's way, so somebody just needs to be aware. Or somebody, you know, could be, yeah, coming, you know, trying to come towards somebody, you know, to expose somebody. It could be whoever this karmic feminine is. Yep. But we got, it's a celebration, bitches. So somebody, yeah, it's time for somebody to celebrate. Or yeah, somebody, you know, is, yeah, about to, you know, like have a reason to celebrate. But be aware, you know, of, yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, like trying to invite somebody somewhere. Somebody's health is declining. Maybe because they celebrate too much, you know, going back to, the nightclubs, you know, the karaoke bars, something about, people have lessons to learn and, karma to pay. And they have to receive consequences for their behavior. But somebody could be obsessed and depressed about somebody's glow up out here. Somebody, could be, reflecting, like on their wrongdoings out here. Whoever this is, they could be, like watching somebody in secret. Yeah, you could be somebody, that, could be, like taking responsibility, for your actions and outcomes, so that's why you're being celebrated. It's about accountability. It's about integrity. But your confidence is definitely, intimidating. And there is somebody or some people, that, are watching in secret and, they're trying to seem unaffected, But, they're being affected. So, just know that, you will get the answers that you seek. Information station. Somebody possibly, doesn't want to acknowledge their part in a situation. Oh, well, sucks to be them. They're still going to receive the consequences for their behavior. They're still going to learn lessons and they're still going to pay up karma. Yeah. We got a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So there could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, heavy Scorpio that could be trying to seem unaffected, by, like somebody being skilled at reading others. They're on a decline. Their health is declining, everything. They definitely, could look good on the outside, but they're ugly on the inside. So there is some drama that's over. Yep. Somebody's going through, some major life lessons. I'm also picking up, too, that, like somebody thought that, if they try to stand up underneath somebody's umbrella, that they weren't going to have no more drama in their life. And that's the worst thing that they could do, try to stand up underneath somebody's umbrella, just to use somebody, just to, be a sponge, sponging up somebody's energy, somebody's time, somebody's money, and, their intentions, their heart is full of jealousy and envy. Whoever this is, they could be in an arrogant mindset, so focused on power and control that they don't have. That's why they're going through major life lessons. So somebody is about to attend a spiritual award ceremony out here. So it's a celebration, bitches. There is somebody or some people, going through major life lessons, and it could have something to do with, like trying to keep up with the Joneses, spending money that they don't have, you know what I mean? Spending money, but when it's over with, when the karaoke bar is over with, or when the nightclub closes, when, Monday hits and it's time to pay rent, they don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of, so eviction. So somebody possibly, could receive some apologies, and it could be from a lot of people out here. But be aware, because somebody could want to bring some type of self-centered conversation somebody's way. We got Sagittarius season, so something could take place by Sagittarius season. By Sagittarius season, there could be somebody or some people that could be coming towards somebody with their hand out. But these are people that definitely, could have illegally misused some information. Or somebody, somebody or people already committed a major violation, coming towards somebody with their hand out, and not reciprocating, what somebody, was throwing down, not reciprocating the energy. But somebody definitely is about to receive some consequences for their behavior for, illegally misusing some information. We got homes being raided, so somebody's homes could be being raided, so that could be how some documents, some hidden documents are surfacing. Anything else? We got an earth sign, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So there could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. They could be coming towards you with their hand out. Or, yeah, they're reflecting on their wrongdoings. But, yeah, there's an earth sign that definitely is receiving consequences for their behavior. They illegally misuse some information. We got CPS. So somebody, could have illegally misused some information. And it could have something to do with, Child Protective Services. Somebody could work for Child Protective Services, and so, yeah, somebody thought it would be a good idea, to, illegally misuse some information. So somebody's home could be being raided, and yeah, like the documents, the legal information, yeah, could be found in somebody's home. So somebody definitely, yeah, could receive some bad news out here. Some type of fraudulent contract, could be exposed. It's not about, yeah, somebody being a law-abiding citizen. So we got karma has no deadline. So yeah, whatever, yeah, going back to Mercury retrograde, what goes around comes around. So yeah, something, that could have taken place in the past, yeah, it's coming back around. For somebody or some people. So, yep, regret is a heavy burden. So somebody is walking around with heavy regret out here. There could be a lot of finger pointing, you know what I mean? That definitely, yeah, could be taking place. But no one ever made a difference by being someone else. We already talked about that too. But yeah, somebody was cyber slacking. So somebody, was using their employee's internet or email for personal use out here. There's also somebody, that, yeah, has been running from the truth, or people have been running from the truth. And also, yeah, avoiding, like some type of emotional conversation. Yep. So somebody definitely, yeah, could be hesitant to open up because they know that the truth can cause a blow up. But whoever this is, yeah, they don't have your best interest at heart. Somebody, could have already told somebody, that, yeah, like some people around them don't have their best interest at heart, but yeah, they didn't listen. But something about, yeah, the person that's skilled at reading others. But yeah, there are some people that don't have somebody's best interest at heart. So times get hard, but yeah, it's gonna pay off. So yeah, that's what we read, from the messages of the universe card. There's somebody or some people that, yeah, they chose to follow the crowd, and their excuse is other people are doing it. So yeah, but the best things in life are free. So ritual sacrifice. So yeah, somebody chose to follow the crowd. Their excuse that other people are doing ritual sacrifices. So they decided to do a ritual sacrifice. Now their health is declining. Words are flying like arrows. There could be a big ass argument that could, like take place among some people. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be trying to, get somebody, to, face to face, you know what I mean? Because they think, that, yeah, then, whatever they're trying to do could work. But they ain't going to be able to get face to face. Something about, yeah, 11 to 20 years. Somebody, yeah, could have been doing a ritual sacrifice for the past 11 to 20 years. Or somebody, yeah, they could be looking at getting 11 to 20 years, locked up. Something about, yeah, some times get hard, but it's going to pay off. So something about, yeah, the last 11 to 20 years out here. Or something about, yeah, a corrupt law official, because we did pick up on, yeah, a corrupt law official. Anything else? Yeah, somebody definitely is avoiding a difficult conversation out here. But yeah, catastrophe is near. Point blank in the sentence ends a period. So what's done in the dark comes to the light. And yeah, there is somebody that lied on everyone around them. So it is what it is. Yeah, somebody could have lied on everyone around them for money. But all money ain't good money. Somebody possibly, yeah, try to do a ritual sacrifice, trying to get some money. But I'm also picking up too, yeah, people, this using good people, you know what I mean, for their selfish reasons. Catastrophe is near. Catastrophe is also near because for people, yeah, avoiding accountability. So what's done in the dark comes to the light anyway, regardless of who wants to, hold themselves accountable or not. So yeah, somebody is being told, like to stay consistent and stay motivated. There definitely is somebody or some people that can't get somebody out of their head. There's also somebody that, yeah, they keep reliving the same story. But they don't want to hold themselves accountable, for why they're reliving the same story. Yeah, whoever this is, yeah, they're very secretive about the past. But yeah, what's done in the dark comes to the light. And whoever this is, because they, are being secretive about the past, yeah, they're about to get a taste of their own medicine. We got inside jobs. So yeah, there is an inside job. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have, been caught red-handed. So somebody definitely, yeah, could go to jail. But yeah. Somebody, could be secret about the past. So yeah, somebody, could be dealing with somebody now, and so yeah, like somebody doesn't know about their past. Yeah, all this drama, that definitely, yeah, somebody, could be trying to keep in the closet. Yeah, some skeletons. So, yeah, some type of drama, you know what I mean? Yeah, could cause somebody to snap, cause somebody to have a mental breakdown. But this could be, yeah, because this taste of their own medicine is like, yeah, somebody wanting somebody to snap or have some type of mental breakdown. So somebody possibly, yeah, could be voluntarily removing their own mask. Somebody definitely, yes, slandered somebody's name and character. But somebody definitely, yeah, could have been divinely guided out before, they had some type of mental breakdown. Yeah, we got a promise breaker out here. So there's a promise breaker. Yep. So somebody's free will has been denied out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, was violated and mistreated. And there is a change that's about to take place because there are a lot of eyes that are opening up to a situation. So that could be, as far as somebody, receiving apologies for, from a lot of people. But it's not about falling down. It's about, yeah, getting back up. Somebody, could have to testify in the case. Or somebody, could ask somebody to testify in the case. But pay attention to the red flags. Yep. And somebody definitely, yeah, is being told not to get in the way because they have lessons to learn and karma to pay. Yeah, karmic debt to pay. And so, yeah, they're going to pay it. Yep. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have laughed at somebody's pain. Yeah, only to be in pain. Somebody's about to receive some bad news. Or by Sagittarius season, somebody could receive some bad news. I picked up on the 18th of the month. So somebody, could receive, some bad news on the 18th of the month. So, as I always say, y'all, keep your head held high and your middle finger higher, and everything's going to turn out in your favor. With that being said, y'all, that's been your message. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.